as at the point of investigation, was reading about 1.3 trillion. But the record that was held on the blockchain when investigation did analysis of what has come in to that wallet that we identified as the collection wallet by the promoters, by CBEX, read for over $46 million if you convert it. Because the virtual asset that was going in was a stable coin, and it's one of those assets that is backed by a commodity one for one, which is dollar, USDT. And the victims that we have been able to identify, within this period from only 2 states, which is Lagos and Ogun, just above 1,200, but we believe there are more. Now, when we looked at what happened to the flow of funds, we found out that these monies will come into the wallet, and it kept on bouncing off different wallets on the blockchain. It gets to points where what is referred to as smart contract will hold it at a node called a bridge, and it will send it off to other wallets. Apart from the promoters who are the identified Nigerians that promoted this, we were also able to identify some beneficiaries that were behind these promoters that were from Asia. And as we speak today, their offices have been shut down. Some of their infrastructures have been seized because it provides evidential value for prosecution in this case. And some funds that were found on the blockchain, we were able to block them, and we have put in an interim forfeiture order, and we have started off with a process of a final forfeiture, and by the grace of God, in the shortest possible time, we're at the brink of receiving that. It will also interest you to know that the promoters, the Nigerian promoters, are currently being prosecuted on different charges for promoting an unlicensed exchange. We would also like to give our appreciation to the Security and Exchange Commission, because at the start of this, they flagged it even before the ship went down. It was only during investigation that we saw that they had been giving out advisories to the general public not to interact, not to engage with this particular exchange. But people still went ahead in millions. Now we're hoping.
I would say that we recognize among the key innovations, namely the establishment of a registry for systematically important institutions. And that is very well in order and would allow a much better and sharper focus on supervising and oversighting institutions that have critical impact in driving significant parts of our financial system.
Stakeholder engagement strengthens legislation and ensures that our laws are informed by practical realities. The Senate will carefully consider all submissions and recommendations presented here today. On this note, it is my pleasure, as well as the pleasure of our distinguished minority leader, to, on behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Senate, formally declare this one-day public hearing of the Senate Committees on Banking, Insurance, and Other Financial Institutions, ICT and Cybercrime Security, Capital Market, as well as Anti-Corruption and Financial Crimes on the amendment to the Banks and Other Financial Institutions Act 2022, SB 959, and the investigative hearing into the operations of Ponzi schemes in Nigeria, with particular reference to the crypto bullion exchange incident, hereby open.